Let me tell you something straight from the heart. The thing you call a setback, the moment you call failure, the time you felt like everything slipped right through your hands, that might just be the best thing that ever happened to you. You don't see it right now because pain has a way of blinding you. But trust me when I say this, your setback is not the end of your story. It's the setup for the comeback that's waiting on you. See, most people think success is a straight line. You set a goal, you work hard, and you get there. But life doesn't play out that way. Life takes you on detours. Life throws you off track. Life says, oh, you want this dream. Let's see how bad you really want it. And then it gives you a setback, not to destroy you, but to test you. Because nothing great is ever handed to you. It's earned in the fire. Think about it. Every champion you've ever heard about, every person who made it big, every name we admire, they all got knocked down first. They all had to fight through nights where nothing made sense. Days when the bank account was empty. Times when everybody said, it's over. But they didn't stop at the setback. They used it. They turned it into fuel. And that's exactly what you have to do. A setback is life's way of saying, I'm not denying you. I'm just preparing you. You can't get to where you're supposed to be without going through some doors that shut in your face, without people walking out on you, without moments that break you down to your knees. Because it's in those moments you discover what you're really made of. Anybody can smile when things are good. Anybody can believe when everything's working. But your character is proven when you're flat on your back and you've got a choice. Do I stay down or do I get back up? And here's the beauty of it. Every time you get back up, you come back stronger. You come back wiser. You come back with scars that remind you that you survived what tried to kill you. That's why setbacks are really setups. They position you for a greater story than you could have written on your own. Sometimes God has to close one door, not to hurt you, but to protect you from walking into something that would have destroyed you. Sometimes He lets people walk away because they weren't meant to be part of your comeback. Sometimes that job you lost wasn't punishment. It was clearing space for the opportunity that's about to change your life. The problem is, when we're in the middle of the storm, all we can see is the rain. We forget that storms water the ground for new growth. We cry over what left, but we don't realize what's coming is 10 times better. We look at failure like it's final, but failure is just feedback. It's life's way of saying, adjust, improve, and try again. You might feel like you've been delayed, but delay is not denial. Just because it didn't happen yet doesn't mean it won't. Your timing isn't always the right timing. And sometimes the detour is the direct road. Sometimes what feels like a setback is God pulling you back like a bow. Because the further He pulls you back, the further He's about to launch you forward. So don't despise your setback. Don't curse it. Learn from it. Let it teach you. Let it humble you. Let it prepare you. Because when the comeback comes, and it will, you'll look back and realize that the very thing you thought would bury you was the thing that built you. Listen, somebody right now is thinking about giving up. Somebody right now is crying themselves to sleep, saying, it's too much. I can't take another loss. But hear me, you're closer than you think. The reason it feels so heavy right now is because you're on the edge of something big. The enemy doesn't attack what isn't valuable. The storm doesn't rage where there's nothing to protect. The pressure you feel is the proof that your destiny is real. So lift your head, wipe your face, and remind yourself this setback is not my ending. It's my setup. It's preparing me. It's building me. When I rise from this, I won't just come back. I'll come back stronger, wiser, better, and unstoppable. Because in the story of your life, failure is not the final chapter. Comeback is. This is around 700 words in the right tone. Do you also want me to create 5 image prompts, so like before, with natural and artistic touches that visually represent this setbacks, comebacks idea? Let me tell you something you may not want to hear, but you need to hear. The darkest nights always come right before the morning. That moment where you feel like you can't take another step, where your tears have run dry, where your faith feels paper thin. That's usually the point where the breakthrough is right around the corner. But the tragedy is, most people quit right before the miracle shows up. They stop digging just inches from the gold. They walk away when the finish line was just a few steps ahead. See, life has a way of testing you. Your dreams, your goals, your purpose. They don't come easy. If they did, everybody would have them. The struggle is what separates the talkers from the doers, the wishers from the believers, and the quitters from the finishers. Every great thing you've ever prayed for, cried for, and worked for has a test attached to it. And that test always comes with pressure, with setbacks, with dark seasons that make you wonder, why me? But what you don't realize is that the darkness is proof that light is on the way. Think about a seed. When you plant it, it goes underground. It's surrounded by dirt. It looks buried, forgotten, lost. But under that dirt, something powerful is happening. Roots are being formed. Growth is beginning. Life is preparing to break through the soil. If you walked away too early, you'd think that seed was dead. But if you wait just a little longer, if you water it, if you trust the process, that seed pushes through and becomes something beautiful. That's exactly how your miracle works. Right now, you may feel buried. You may feel forgotten. But you're not buried. You're planted. The darkest moments aren't there to destroy you. They're there to prepare you. You've got to understand this. When life feels unbearable, when you're ready to throw in the towel, that's often when the miracle is closest. But most people can't see it because pain has a way of blinding you. The enemy will whisper, "It's never going to work. You wasted your time. You should quit now." But if you quit, you'll never know how close you were. If you walk away, you'll never see what was waiting just one step further. Let me paint it plain. The night always feels the coldest right before the sun rises. Your life works the same way. That lowest point you're in right now may just be the very moment before the door opens, before the opportunity comes, before the healing shows up, before the blessing arrives. And wouldn't it be a shame to give up now when you've already survived so much? You've got to dig deep when the darkness surrounds you. You've got to tell yourself, I didn't come this far to stop here. I've cried too many tears. I've fought too many battles. I've sacrificed too much to quit before I see the payoff. Every step you've taken has been preparing you for this miracle. Every tear you shed watered the soil of your future. Every no